Hey, good morning, world. It is Friday, February 11th at 9:27 a.m. where I live, and my name is Patrick Lovell. I'm an investigative journalist and a television producer. I'm a modern-day muckracker. I'm about truth. I'm about justice. I'm about liberty and justice for all, and I'm here to tell you that that doesn't exist anymore. And the reason it doesn't exist is because what you all know intuitively, but you don't understand the details. How many of you think that the system is corrupt by a raise of hands? Let me point it out. Looks like there's about 97 million of you out there that say that the system is corrupt. Okay, by the same show of hands, how many of you know exactly what makes the system corrupt? Who did what, when, and how, and why, and who covered it up, and how that affects everything that happens in your daily lives? Please, by a show of hands, what can I see? All right, I see a smattering out there. I'm counting one, maybe two, maybe there's five. Okay, we'll just call it 13 total. Not too many of you, by way of percentage, understand how your system is corrupt. I'm here to tell you some details that you have never heard before. So turn up the volume, watch this a million times, and try to get hip to what's actually going on because you're getting played. We're all getting played, and we're getting played by a monstrous, diabolical machine of deception that's literally full of shit. Who am I? The dude that's bringing you the truth bombs, and I'm going to deliver it every day until it frickin' registers because we've got to make a comeback, and we got to make a comeback now. So what's going on? Well, why don't we start at the beginning and start at the epics of this whole thing because it's all going to come full circle. How many of you know the name Jerome Powell? Apparently not many of you. Jerome Powell is probably the most important person in the world. Why? Because he's the fair Ched. He's the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And that means he's at the apex of how money flows into the system and out of the system. How many of you know that the guy's under investigation right now and actually guilty of insider trading? Do you know what insider trading is? Do you know who Robert Kaplan is? Robert Kaplan is the chair of the Dallas Fed, one of the regional Federal Reserve banks. He's also being indicted, well, not really, investigated slightly, but some crack journalists are on it by the name of Pam Martins and Russ Martins from Wall Street on Parade, and they're the only ones that actually get this and are bringing it to the public each and every day. So I highly encourage you to watch what they're putting out there because it's extremely important. But do you know what the Federal Reserve does? All right, I'm looking around. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of people who actually knows what the Federal Reserve does. The Federal Reserve is what creates the lifeblood of the entire world's economy. Why? Because it can actually digitize money into existence as much as it thinks necessary to put